Hi there, very good afternoon. My name's Andrew Gray. I invent things. I've had successes, I've had failures. So first word of warning, if you are afraid of tomorrow and you want it just to be like yesterday, if you're not particularly curious, if you don't want to improve the environment, if you think plastic tree shelters should be left for more than 5 years out in the environment, then this film is not for you, because this is a whole new way of doing tree protection. This is a tree sock more than a tree tube, and I'll explain why. It's made out of, ostensibly this one is entirely hemp, because this is my first go in the real material, but by hemp I mean we could include jute, sisal, seagrass, seaweed, and maybe even processed bamboo. I missed one, eelgrass. Eelgrass is another popular one with phenomenal good resistance to rotting down too early, because tree shelters, as we all know, have got to last for 5 years, must last for 5 years. So this is a sock, as I explained, because the bottom, this section here, is partially sealed. It can't be wholly sealed because we still got to get root growth, and the rest of it is in a wool material. Now, this is, as I say, entirely made out of hemp, and for the purposes that I want to put it to, it's slightly over processed. It's rather like, let's say, MDF as opposed to sterling board or OSB board, where OSB it's laid down in layers of, you know, fairly crude flat material, flat wood, chippings basically, in order to make up what we want. And that's exactly how we're going to make this tree shelter. So it's entirely out of natural materials, woody type materials, no polymer, no anything like that at all, because this is going to be the new way we're going to plant trees. And this is the reason why. I've dug my hole here, or just shoved my spade in, and I've got a hammer, but I'm not going to bother with it. So basically, that, maybe I'm going to bother. Oh yeah, so that pushes in, so that the base of the sock, and of course the root, because the whip and sapling is already in there. It's already in there from probably the nursery. So the nursery grows it, and the nursery puts it in the sock, and it ships like that. So then obviously you just backfill with your foot or with your spade, and you walk away. So what have we saved? Let's think. I would have had to come with my whip out of the plastic bag. I'd have had to dig my hole, put it in the ground. I may or may not have put the stake ahead or behind and putting the whip in the ground, but then I knocked the stake in. Then I come with my tree tube, my Tubex Thule tube, biodegradable or not biodegradable really, and you then have to take your gloves off. I'm not wearing gloves, it's quite a nice day, and put the cable ties round, and then you've got to go around the base to make sure that the base is fully flush with the ground, so that voles and other rodenty things don't get in, make home and eat your freshly planted sapling. With this, I didn't even have to bend down. I can just stick my spade in, make enough space, knock the rest of it in, and walk. And it's fit and forget, because by the time the tree grows up through there, you know, it'll be happily rotting away anyway. So this is the first patent I've ever filed where I haven't made the first one first, because I can't get the formula and everything going without describing exactly what I need to do. And rather than write 101 NDAs, I've filed my patent, and now we need to make it. I've spoken to experts in this field. We can make it, and we'll get the combination of those materials I've just mentioned right, so that it lasts for at least 5 years. And then of course, because it's a stranded layered product, it'll just simply fall away as the tree becomes the boss and just pushes its way through. As you'll have noticed, it has holes cut in. Again, I've just done this by hand, to allow light through, and of course branches are going to go through there, and we don't care, because as long as the herbivores, I won't name them all, but you know what I'm talking about, as long as they can't grow, as long as they can't attack the main stem, the trunk of the tree, then that tree can shrug off the odd branch being nibbled, and so that won't be a problem. I'm pretty optimistic. We're going to be saving plastic, we're going to be saving the environment, and you can tell I'm so excited, I almost want to cry. So, if you like this as an idea, then get on board, get back to me, ask questions. Your skills are going to be different from my skills. Your skills are going to be better than my skills in so many ways. If we get together, we can fix this problem. We can give a really, really convenient product to forestry everywhere. As you've noticed, there's a 1.2 metre one there. There's no limit to this. And if you say, oh, well, it's a bit squidgy, it is, I say, this is the MDF version, which I'm not going to make again. I've simply done it to illustrate for this film. We're going to get a material that's a little bit more springy, that retains its tube effect to allow the trunk to grow up through. And if that isn't quite right, I'll use rattan or another springy wood material to make sure it stays open. I'm very sure we can fix this, but I really want your help too. Thanks for watching. Let's get on with it.